Cedric, welcome to SAP.
Thank you, Luka. Thanks for having us. I and all Taulians are very, very excited to be part of the SAP family.
Yeah, we're really glad to have you.
Well, together, we have a significant opportunity. We have a lot of businesses around the world who want to optimize their working capital. So we want to go and help them. And you are the CFO of one of the largest companies in the world. So how do you think about working capital management and how does it rank in the list of priorities for CFOs?
Well, first of all, I'm excited about the opportunity because the time is right for it. I think if you think back the past few years, they have been dynamic to say the least. And I think CFOs such as myself and my peers, they have often been in the middle of that storm. I think the macro trends in the recent years, COVID, the supply chain disruptions that resulted from it, obviously increased its importance, even though for CFOs, working capital management was obviously always one of our top priorities. I always say that cash is the lifeblood of any business in any industry. I actually go as far as to say that only cash is truth and everything else is an opinion. So it is really essential for companies of all sizes to optimize their access to cash because it essentially will increase their competitiveness, their resilience, their growth opportunities that they have. And hence, it's a super important aspect. And at SAP, you've mentioned this as well. In the last few years, we have always been a highly cash generative business, but also we have doubled down on really closely inspecting our core working capital metrics to ensure that we can continue to deliver on our commitments to the street and of course also deliver against our wider financial targets. So Cedric, you are obviously an expert in the field. So what would be your advice? What constitutes and what makes a truly excellent working capital management strategy for a corporate?
Well, we've worked with millions of businesses around the world on the topic of working capital management, and I think it boils down to really three very important topics. I mean, you talked about a very dynamic environment. Yes, right? I mean, the past 30 months have been so different, I would say, from what we knew before. So businesses want to achieve their goals, and they are looking for agility. Because again, today is different than yesterday and also different from tomorrow. So they are looking for a solution that can work for them throughout different business cycles. And one way to do that is to have access to a holistic platform. Working capital management is really looking at accounts payable, accounts receivables, and inventory. And you can look at one lever versus the others depending on the situation you're in. So they are looking for a flexible solution and a holistic platform. And as you know, Taulia really addresses the three legs of the stool: payables, receivables, and inventory. The second is really the fact that we work now in a networked world. Times are gone to be able to work with one supplier and one customer. Now everything is highly connected. And finance organizations and procurement organizations are concerned about their own state, but equally, they are concerned about the state of their trading partners. So it's really important to have a strategy that works for self, but also for the trading partners in this network. And then the third element, it's all about automation. No one wants to exchange files anymore. They want automation. So they want a solution like Taulia that is highly integrated with ERP systems, a solution that is highly integrated with financial institutions as well, so that the information can flow freely. And you as a CFO, your team can really focus on what matters, which is the working capital and not the processes. So technology is here to solve all of this. So that's my three advices, really: holistic solution, a network solution, and then a solution that is highly automated. Now, this is what we do today, and together we are going to build something very exciting for the future. So what do you think is in the future in the world of working capital management and for the CFO overall?
Yeah, first of all, I think you made already a very compelling case, but I think we can really do something to make this even more special for our customers. I truly believe that the combination of SAP and Taulia helps us both to elevate our game to the next level and really holistically provide a solution for our customers that is way more powerful than every single part of our portfolio could actually deliver. First of all, SAP obviously is the global market leader in finance solutions as well as in supply chain solutions. So this is already a strong start to begin with. And in the past few years, we have also increasingly embedded additional value-adding functionalities, for example, to also holistically cover environmental, social, or governance aspects of the supply chain of the financial operations of the company as part of our portfolio. But with Taulia, I'm very confident that we can add now an extremely powerful economic dimension to this connectivity as well. So first of all, Taulia for me is an extremely important connective tissue between those two elements of our portfolio, the Office of the CFO solutions embedded with S/4HANA, where we have our treasury solutions, our cash management solutions, receivable management, and working capital management already in some shape included. And what we can drive for CFOs, what's in for them, is that together with Taulia, we can give them a true 360-degree view and transparency of all of the aspects of how they are managing those critical components of working capital and how they can flexibly adapt to their evolving needs. On the other side of the spectrum, again, we have the very critical stakeholder of the Chief Procurement and Chief Supply Chain Officer, a role that probably has never been more critical than in those days of volatility and disruption, as we have already talked about. And here we have now a great upside opportunity. Taulia has already successfully worked on a very good level of integration with S/4HANA, obviously, and we can deepen that. But now we have the opportunity to take this also to our business networks. You've talked a bit about this. We operate the largest procurement and logistics networks on the planet. And with adding Taulia to that equation and integrating it with those business networks, we can have now a really powerful and differentiating value proposition to those supply chain officers that they can offer to their entire value chain, to their business partners and suppliers, to really leverage the power of Taulia and the ecosystem of funding partners for very, very attractive, flexible funding options. And by that, actually also de-risk the entire safeguarding of their respective supply chains. So from my perspective, this is just a tremendous value proposition that I'm certainly, as a CFO, I'm looking forward to leveraging myself within SAP as well.
Well, that sounds like a very bright future. And together, let's go and serve our customers.
Indeed, it does. Really looking forward to the partnership. Here's to a great future.
Thank you.